Alright, welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2, Part 52, with yours truly. It's adventure time, I can feel it. Actually, pretty much all I can feel right now is cold. Unfortunately. Ooh. Also have my first like legit bar / manage shift going on tonight, so nerves are definitely a bit fresh, but I'm like some Red Dead 2 to bring them down. Oh yeah, I forgot we decked Arthur out with some brand new facial hair. He is rocking that nice long goatee now. Currently we are in camp. We are wanted dead or alive pretty much in the entire New Hanover and even into the southern Lemoyne region. Basically we're wanted along the entire East Coast, so definitely no good there. There are multiple things that we can do around camp, so it's a pretty good thing that we're here. We have a camp item request that we can give to Susan, so that's pretty quick. I haven't really donated much in a long time, so I was thinking of maybe going hunting in the surrounding area. Like right where we started off here is a very wooded area, so maybe we could come across a deer or something. I can definitely have a quick peek at that and see if there's anything going on there. We also have this Leopold Strauss mission, so there's definitely some stuff to do there, and then also this letter in camp that we have to do, so there's all that stuff. Then we have the tasks that we have to accomplish here in I can't remember the name. It's Annesburg, that's right, okay, which is kind of like a port town, more or less. It's a mining town. I thought Annesburg was going to be a much larger place than it is. It's more of a rural kind of, more rural than I thought. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on there, including the main story mission, so we can definitely tickle our fancy there. We have a couple side quests that we have to do up here, including the Marko Dragic mission, which is only available at night, I believe, which is why it's not showing. Those twins, I'm being told, will have another mission for us in Valentine, supposedly coming up. And we also have a couple home robbery opportunities, one around Strawberry and one around Van Horn. But those are more side quest stuff because we have so much stranger missions and main story stuff going on right now. I'd rather just stick to that with the camp missions and these Annesburg missions, and then we, if things start to calm down a little for us, then we can attack all that side stuff. But that's pretty much where we're at right now. Micah needs to speak with you. Okay, so I can't really remember. Are those animals down there? Oh boy, okay. That's not what I want. Just want to see what my current situation is here. I'm sick, I'm ill. So that's why my core drain rate is so high at 120%. And obviously, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat being underweight at this point. I don't think it's going to matter how much I eat. I look pretty good. I don't really think I need to sleep or anything like that currently. So those are not animals. They're rocks. And we also can't use our gun around here because we are basically on camp property, so just for the heck of it, I'm gonna eat some of that grub. Like I said, I haven't really donated, so it's probably not at its highest nutritional value, but it's better to eat when you get the opportunity to, and there is some available right now because, lucky for me, it's late afternoon. Typically the grub is not available for the camp until afternoon. I just showed my horse's cores there, and one of them just flashed red, so I haven't really fed or brushed or taken care of Titans since getting back from Dwarma, not really, so I should really do that as well. Oh, here's Susan. I can give her the request.
Someone smashed the box.
What box?
The money box. We'd had that for so many years.
Why did they smash it?
Well, I don't know. Look at this place. All divided. Everyone anxious and at each other's throats. I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Here's those herbs you asked for.
Excellent, thank you. I'll slip these in Pearson's pot when he's not looking.
So that counts as contributing to the camp, right? Nobody's gonna come track me down and say, hey, you're not giving enough money or food. Because I mean, I've been the pillar for this little gang, the support, the foundation. So hopefully they won't give me any flack about that. These are some of the collectible side quests that I have not tackled yet. Hopefully I'll get around to that. I said I wanted to use a walkthrough. I'd still like to do that. This one here is pretty easy. I just have to get 2 perfect animal carcasses and mail them out. That actually shouldn't be too hard. The rest is all collectibles. We can put that carcass, I tried it once before, we can put that on the back burner with those other side missions. We'll add that to that pot. These camp item requests, I've just been doing them as they come. So that's pretty much all she wrote. You have to remember there's not as many people around camp right now, so there's not as many current active camp item requests. There's the 2 home robberies that I talked about and all of the side missions that I talked about. The twins, Marko Dragic. Now this mission with the mayor, there's more. We have to return there after dark. So we will have to go back to Saint Denis, unfortunately, at some point. I'll just take a train or a stagecoach down, perhaps from Annesburg. So, oh, I never ended up eating that grub. Look at me go. So it's actually not letting me eat at this point. You're seeing this, right?
So very sad.
Are you good, Pearson?
I don't know. I know things seem bad. We're gonna die here. Don't give up just yet. Okay. Guess I'll see you later then. Okay, Arthur.
Exactly. Do not give up just yet. Ah, there we go. You know why that was the case? That happened once before. I just figured out why. Because it was, you know, thinking that I was in an active conversation with Pearson because he was talking to me, so I can't do something else while that interaction is taking place. That's got to be why that happened. Like I said, not the most nutritional we've had it, but it helps.
You don't look very well.
I'm not, Reverend. I fear I'm pretty sick.
I'm so sorry.
You seem well, on the other hand.
Yes, son. I've stopped all that silly business. I think I'm okay.
Well, that's wonderful news. How?
I don't know. I met a Catholic lady, a nun, and we prayed, and it was lifted. The curse was lifted.
Good.
I can't believe it. Really, I can't. All those years I wasted.
I mean, he still seems like he's on the verge of a collapse that could take place at any time, but I mean, at least we're seeing some steps in the right direction with him. It's good to kind of hang around camp a little bit. Different people will come up to you. You can kind of touch base with everybody, which I think is definitely important. I've only got enough meat for myself right now, so I can't really do a whole lot there. So what's going to be our first order of business? We did I guess the camp item request was the first order of business. There's a very small question mark here. A lot of times these are just like little side conversations that you can participate in. So is it Tilly again? It's always oh no, it's not Tilly.
You okay, Arthur?
I'm like, it's-
Sit down, please.
okay.
I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
Well, I had some bad news.
Was it Mary?
No, not exactly. That's me. I'm sick.
Sick?
Yeah. I might die.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
Maybe you'll get better.
I don't think so.
Then I'm sorry.
Only the thing is, since then, I've started seeing things differently. I don't know. The whole world seems different somehow.
How so?
I can't explain it. Like better, almost.
That a good thing?
I guess it is. Only sometimes I ain't doing the good thing.
Maybe it's a sign, Arthur. Try. Try to do the good thing.
I guess. Only it ain't always clear what that is. Not with the big stuff.
I know. Trust me, I know.
That seemed like a conversation that Arthur really needed to have there, so I'm glad that we had it. And it reminded me, obviously, that we had that scene in the doctor's office where we kind of found out that something's not, entirely right with Arthur with this illness, this sickness that he has that's bringing all of my cores down. It's obviously a very serious situation, so an important conversation to be had there. Now, I always like to do the smallest things first and work my way up. So here's a letter. Typically, the letters that have arrived at camp for me have involved Mary Linton, but we don't get any information until we actually read the letter. So that is what we're going to have to do. I suppose I should touch base with Dutch. Or whoever this is. This is John.
Hi, Arthur.
Not exactly a welcome home party.
Well, you warned me.
I'll fill you in some more later.
That's right. Last thing that we did was rescue John from jail, and then we came home, and Dutch was not very pleased with the current situation.
First served here. Well, at least he's back.
Thank you for getting him out, Arthur.
Of course, someone had to. You gonna get up?
I mean, it is the evening, and you've got alcohol in your right hand while you're sleeping. I feel like you could be more productive than this, Karen. No? Alright then, suit yourself. I guess Dutch is with Micah, that's right. He took Micah with him
okay,
for...
friend?
Never better.
Dutch. You're breaking his heart. You know that.
Did he tell you to say this to me, friend?
No. But I know.
Dutch, and that fool at his ear, they're gonna kill every last one of us. I see that now.
Yeah, things are getting quite tense. There's definitely a divide now of power between Arthur and Dutch. Dutch has always kind of been the grand leader of things, but and now, like, why is Micah getting involved now? Like, the worst possible person to get involved in any of the politics here, simply because he's a psychopath. Is this Tilly? It's like every female I see in camp looks like Tilly.
Arthur,
Tilly? You okay?
all this whispering and walking on eggshells, I hate it.
I know, but that's how things are right now.
All right. All right, Arthur.
Sorry, Tilly, I didn't mean to disturb you, but, yo, I hate the morale. Every time you come to camp for the last little while, everybody's just so freaking depressed. Alright, let's inspect this letter and see what's going on here.
Dear sir, you were once very kind to Beau and myself, and it pains me to ask you to show us further kindness. But I have nowhere else to turn, and nobody else upon whom I can impose. I will, of course, pay you handsomely for your troubles. My family have turned quite mad and are threatening to send me away to stop my work, which they say is disgracing them. As if their history of absolute moral depravity, utter debauchery, and perpetual drunkenness did not disgrace them enough. I must escape, yet I am kept prisoner here. Can you help? Most days I am to be found at the cabins on the plantation. The main house and all it stood for are thankfully no more. Yours faithfully, Penelope Braithwaite.
Oof, I was like, Penelope and Beau. I kind of remember those names. Those names definitely ring a bell, but Christ, now we're getting involved with the Braithwaites and the, can't even remember the other. That's hilarious that I can't remember the other the other people. The Grays, right? I knew it was like a really like easy name to remember too. I just needed a quick refresher. Jesus. I need to get back on more of a daily schedule with this, clearly. Okay, so, I mean, honestly, I don't mind helping them if they need some help. They were pretty good people to me, and they often do pay handsomely. So, she said she's on the plantation, and lucky for me, that's actually going to be out of wanted territory, so I'll have to go about half the distance in wanted territory. It's one heck of a ride, I'll tell you that much. And the good thing about that is while we're already down in Saint-Denis, we can visit the mayor after dark for the next part of his mission. I didn't realize that there was still more to be done there. There is, and because we're already down in that area, we might as well stay down there, and we can take care of that next. I'm trying to take care of everything down south so that I don't have to worry about going down there anymore with the traveling. If I was going to a busier place, like if I had to go to Saint-Denis right now, specifically for the mayor, I'd probably go by stagecoach or train just to avoid any law enforcement, any bounty hunters, anything like that. But because of the current location of where I'm headed, it's not really easily accessible. I could take a train and my horse would follow, but I could take a train to Saint-Denis, but I would rather just make a quick trip of things on my own. a lot of the travel is going to be done outside of wanted dead or alive territory, so if I can get out of here quickly, I'll be in good shape. It's also big for bonding with your horse, obviously. I'm trying to get Titan to even where Dahl was at, or especially where Epona or Ab. They were like such well-trained horses. So it's always good. I always rode them everywhere. I never took trains or anything. No matter the distance, I was going with them. I wasn't wanted dead or alive at that time, so it was a much different situation, but still you were able to build that bond with your horse. Haven't really had the same opportunity with Titan. Most of the land around here is extremely rural, so I mean, unless there's bounty hunters that are watching me and waiting for me, I don't really expect to cross anybody here. But I mean, with this game, you never really know, and all it takes is one person to see me, like that guy on the horse back there, recognize who I am. He tips off the authorities on my location. Now next thing you know, I have Pinkerton agents coming after me.
Slow up now. Idiot.
I saw like a fawn or something. Oh, there's another one.
Slow it up.
Oh crap, I don't have my hunting license on me. Shoot. It's probably not going to be a perfect carcass, but it'll do. I probably shouldn't have killed it in wanted territory because if bounty hunters come after me and kill me, well, I'm gonna lose the carcass and potentially the skin that goes with it. It's a poor deer pelt, but I got some meat out of it that I can bring back to camp, which is good. I can stow the skin, the pelt rather, let's call it. Better to call it a pelt. And we can take the carcass with us too. And assuming that this mission is not extremely involving or long, we'll be able to get it back to camp.
I don't want whatever you're working for. They will be.
I'm almost tempted to ride back to camp right now because I'm not really that far. Oh, I am pretty far out. Okay. The other concern that you have when carrying animal carcasses is definitely the weight. Right away, I can already feel a difference on the handling of the horse, the weight, how the horse is responding to taking steps, movement along the ground. But your main concern is the corpse rotting, so you have to be very careful not to leave the corpse in open air for too long.
Easy, easy.
Me? The pox?
Uh-oh. I'm already sick. Can't get much more sick than this, so... Dude says he's got the pox. Whoops. Hello?
I ain't well. Hands up. You trying to rob a sick man?
I was trying to help.
Bullshit you was.
I hope
Oh,
you
the
move,
Murphys.
fancy boots. Unlike you, I was honorable.
God damn it. They got me at gunpoint. Got him.
Bastards.
Yeah, you lousy bastards. Exactly what Arthur said. Wow, I should have known better than that. What a setup that is. God damn. I haven't found myself in that situation too often with people attempting to rob me, but It definitely does happen. It is definitely a thing. Usually I'm not stupid enough to fall for their silly games, especially at night. I've helped people in the past who have been like on the side of the road really sick or broken bones or stuff, and you can give them health cures to help them. And so I thought that was a similar situation. Oh, I've got the pox, and next thing you know, 2 guys got me at gunpoint. Never a great situation to find yourself in. Already very concerned about this corpse. So we're out of the weeds here with the whole wanted dead or alive situation. You can see just by the landscape here that we are back in Lemoyne territory. Away from the Murphys, but now we get to be graced by the Lemoyne Raiders, assuming that they're still around and active. Although I did take out one of their strongholds, and they haven't been quite as active since then. So I think I was able to take down one of their leaders too. It was like a little side thing. Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business is alright. Remind me, please, to feed my horse. Now I feel like we're starting to get into animal cruelty territory here. Much like Grand Theft Auto, you can totally get lost in just, riding around, just with the landscape and how every area is so unique from the next. There's a homestead and a farm just to our right-hand side here. We are pretty far south now. We're still not far enough south to cross into roads, but we're definitely getting there. We have to go just through the west end there of roads to get to the Braithwaite Manor. Obviously the Braithwaites, much like the Greys, will have security at the compound, so we're definitely going to have to dodge that a little bit, but typically they're around the perimeter, around the fence line, and at the entrance, kind of at the gates. So as long as we kind of take this side or back road in, which is the road that the GPS is currently telling us to take, we should be okay. Titan doesn't really seem to want to go a lot quicker, but it's been a long journey already, so... Is there a train coming? Oh, Christ.
Yeah!
I wouldn't want to get my horse stuck on the tracks. Your car is one thing. Your horse, that's a whole different type of carnage. Man, this game is just so full of things to do. Like, we probably won't even be doing any of the actual main story stuff in this video. It's likely all going to be the white missions, the stranger missions, that kind of a thing. Not those big old golden yellow story missions. As long as the side missions are engaging, I don't care how they go. So this is actually the front gate right here. This is the gate that I wanted to avoid. But this is the long road that enters their property. So let's see what happens if I take it down to the entrance.
Easy.
No trespassing, no hunting on this property. Violators will be persecuted. I love that we're just riding in with a dead deer carcass on the back. This is something that very much needed to be done.
There, boy. Yeah, I'll stay there, boy. How you doing, boy?
Titan, it's got to be a boy, I guess.
That's my boy.
Most of my horses have been female to this point. Just wanted to give Titan a little boost. See, he's already galloping a little bit more effectively. I love this road leading all the way down, and I think it's inspired by Django Unchained. So here's another sign, which reiterates exactly what the first sign said. Just want to get my guns situation sorted out here. So cattleman revolver and sawed-off shotgun are going to be one pair. Then you have the double action and the volcanic. Or you could go double action and cattleman instead of the sawed-off. You could do the two Schofields. Or the two pistols, which is what I originally had. My own semi-automatic and Midnight's pistol, which is the pistol of one of the gunslingers that I took down. They're both pretty good weapons. I can't really complain about them. But I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit too. So let's go... Let's go double action revolver and volcanic pistol. Just to switch things up a little bit. I have some really nice looking guns, so I've used the Schofields quite a bit, and I've used the pistols now for a while, so I just wanted to get my guns ready, just in case something springs up here. I love going with my Lancaster, so I have to stick with that. And then I could go with the carbine for a change, because that is another scoped gun instead of the Springfield or the rolling block. Or I could go with a shotgun as well. I'm gonna go with the shotgun. Oh, that's right. The whole Braithwaite Manor burned down. Of course there's not going to be any security here. Duh. I really just never really came back here. Once I finished with the set of Braithwaite and Gray's missions, I was like, nope. That's it for me. That's definitely a guard, though, standing up against...
Right here. Yeah.
There's somebody else on this thing, no? Ah, he only took his dual wield with him. I'm gonna go on foot from here because there's just less of a chance of being seen. You can see it looks like they've... I don't know if these were here before or if they just recently built these on the property, but they're definitely still staying here. It's quite early in the morning. Oh, he sees me. God damn it. You could see Penelope left the building. She knew I was there, but she didn't want anybody to realize that I was there to see her, so... I'm not sure if I have to wait a certain period of time or walk a certain distance away. I'm gonna walk back to my horse. And hopefully that's enough time to wait for the mission to become active again. I didn't mean to cause such a fuss. I think I underestimated how many Braithwaites were still clinging on to this property. Okay, so the mission is available again. I didn't even need to walk all the way back to my horse. Nookie? So Penelope will be back in this little shack. She's actually just outside. It sucks that it's raining now.
Oh, you came. You came. You finally came.
I came.
Oh, thank you, you lovely, lovely man.
Calm down, miss.
Oh, come on, let's go. We ain't got a minute to lose. They killed her. They killed Miss Calhoun. All she wanted was a better lot for women, and they killed her, those pigs.
Who killed her?
I don't know. My cousins, probably, or Beau's. Well, you met them. They're animals. Not even animals, monsters. Monsters, if God had lost all his powers of imagination. Can you please take me to the train station? Beau will be waiting.
Beau, why couldn't he come and rescue you?
Well, if they saw me and him together, they'd lynch him and send me off to a nunnery. Or maybe they'd lynch us both, I ain't quite sure. They do so love hanging folk.
Where you heading?
Up to Boston.
Good. Yeah, I like you up there. Come on, let's go.
Of course. I'm in your hands. Just get me to Rhodes Railway Station.
Okay, let's try and get you a train. Beau's just waiting at the station in the hope you'll show up, or I'll show up to help you show up.
He goes to there every day he can. Makes up some excuse or other. I said he would see me there one day soon, and today he will. God willing.
Well, if he's there, that's true love, all right.
I've hardly seen him since the rally. They watch me so carefully, and he's waited, or so his letters say. Our families won't let us out. And then all that business with Aunt Catherine and my cousins. You saw the house. And then Lee Gray and those boys killed. So much bloodshed. You'd think this could be a new beginning, but everyone left alive. They're even more angry.
Maybe anger's a complicated thing to let go of.
Something good has to come out of this awful, awful feud.
That's what I've been hoping.
Beau and I have to be better. Our families were here for years and years. Sometimes I feel like we can't just leave death and pain and ruination behind us.
Plenty before you have. Plenty will again. But, yeah, as far as it goes, get out. Don't look back. Make something decent of your lives.
He's a good man, isn't he, Beau?
There are worse.
He's kind, and he's caring, and he's strong.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. He's a lot of things, but...
And not strong like you, but strong enough to stand up to his family, to be different from folk. You don't know how hard that can be, to say something is wrong when everyone around you thinks it's right.
No, perhaps I don't. But he is a good man. He's lucky. You're both lucky to have each other.
This could be the best day of my life, or the worst. I can't bear not knowing which.
Hold on. It'll be clear soon enough.
So first of all, the weather here definitely got a little bit wacky. Second of all, obviously things have not changed very much with this political stuff between the Braithwaites and the Grays. There's still a lot of anger here, and she's just trying to get out. She, obviously, we helped her come to Rhodes and do that protest or rally for women's rights. That was one of the missions that we did way back in one of the previous chapters when we were still involved, story mission-wise, with the Braithwaites and Grays, where it wasn't side stuff. So that's what she was talking about someone being killed. One of the people that is standing up for women's rights, I believe, was killed. And, you know, she's kind of just had enough. Everybody's angry. We saw that as soon as we entered the property. They didn't even tell us to get off. They didn't even ask. They just started shooting right away. Before, they would be like, sir, you need to get off the property immediately. You're trespassing, whatever. They'd kind of let you know, and you'd have, you know, some time to diffuse the situation. Here, they just started shooting. So we were able to witness that anger firsthand. So now we're taking her to the train station and here in Rhodes, and she's told us that she is heading off with Beau to Boston, Massachusetts. So I think that's where she said. So good riddance, and that's where we are right now. The other unfortunate thing is it looks like because of the the current situation of the mission, having to transport her from the Braithwaite property to the Rhodes train station. The animal carcass that was on the back of my horse was removed as per the story requirements, the mission requirements. It looks like the hide is still on the back there, or the pelt rather. So that's okay, and we should still have the meat. We just have to be careful that we don't die, because I don't want to risk losing some of that stuff.
There he is. Oh, it's him. Will you ride on the train with us a little, just to the first stop?
Fine.
You came! At last you came!
Oh, Beau, my sweet, my best of men.
Oh, hardly a man at all. But I love you, Penelope Braithwaite. Sir, how can we ever repay your kindness?
Some of them jewels would do just fine.
Beau, Arthur's gonna join us. I think we need the support. Please, could you buy the tickets, dear Mr. Morgan? We can't chance being seen.
Sure.
Thank you. We'll meet you on the platform.
Two for Boston and one of, well, wherever it stops first, please.
Of course. Oh, hello, sir.
Hello, Alden. I hope all is well.
Not terribly, but good to see you.
Hey! Cousin! No! Hey! No, you leave us alone! Penelope, get back!
Excuse me, Alden. Here, get on the train. Get your bags, miss. I got this.
Come here, Yankee.
With pleasure, you goddamn fool. Didn't want to come back here without giving you a whipping.
All right. We should have done this last time.
Get on the train, Paul. Go to your woman. Now there's only one here.
Arthur, please get on.
Quick, come up on the train! Goodbye, Rhodes.
Hello, future.
Almost.
All right, all done. That is quite a family you got there, son.
I know. Charming to the last. Then again, my uncle used to keep his own half-brother as a slave, so what do you expect? Good manners?
My uncle used to say things were better the way they were, when he could rape and kill with impunity, and he didn't have to work a day in his life.
Both our families. There's good people in this county, but our families bullied them and drove most of them off, whites as well as blacks, all over this silly feud.
Well, how to life.
Oh, my lord.
What? Oh, I think it's my second cousin.
What's with all these goddamn cousins?
I think they found out about the jewels.
All right, keep your heads down. I'll deal with this. Jules! More!
abandoning us.
Hold tight, all right? I'll take a look up front.
What will you do?
I'll figure it out.
Good lord. So the driver of the train, obviously not a big fan of the shooting, so he's actually just abandoned the train. We're on the tracks, really in the heart of the land, kind of just north of this lake here, Flatneck Lake, I believe it is. Now we have to get to the front of the train here. A couple things that I wanted to touch on. Obviously, we knew Alden at the Rhodes train station from some of the stagecoach robbery things he's tipped us off about. He's helped us with multiple missions. We've gone there to pick up little tidbits of information. So it was cool that him and Arthur had that little bit of an interaction. But of course, not only did his cousins try and stop them from going together, now we learn that she robbed her family to get all those jewels and to make this daring escape, and now they're coming after her trying to kill her. And now here we are on a driverless train, so let's go see what's up. Everybody's like, are you robbing us, or...
We're fine.
Yeah, fine, I think.
All right, I'm gonna go try to start this train, see if we can get out of here.
Thank you, Mr. Arthur.
Thank you, sir.
I knew you could drive the train in this game. I didn't know it was something that we were legitimately going to have to do. Arthur's got a massive cut along the side of his face, probably from the fist fight he got in with Beau's cousins. I tried to switch between... It ended up giving me the same dual wield that I personally equipped. Not the pistols any longer, but the double action and the volcanic. They're still customized, and I still have good ammo for them, so... but it gave me the Lancaster, which is good. That's what I usually use. But instead of the carbine, which is the other thing, or that semi-auto shotgun that I originally had equipped, it gave me the bolt-action rifle. It's probably a bit more powerful than the Lancaster, but it's a little bit longer to shoot and reload and that kind of thing. Less of a clip. So, yeah, they're both really good weapons, so can do a good job of holding off whoever we need to.
Time to start this train again. Damn it, you did run. Remind me to rob your trains, mister. Let's see now.
We're going to do this. We're going to drive the train in first-person view here because why not? So we accelerate the train with X. It gains speed. We obviously have a destination here. It's going to show us the way to go because there are different ways you can take the train. We're only going to Rigg Station, though, just by Strawberry, so we're not even really going that far. Hopefully, Titan will follow behind the train. This is what I'm talking about. I like this. This is cool. You can ring the bell, so like before crossings and stuff like that, you can use the whistle. Pretty easy. Accelerate, brake. You can reverse the train. You can drive it in first person and third person. We saw a little bit of the first person. This is the third person train view. This is cool. I like this. It'd be interesting to see if there's any more missions where we kind of have to drive the train. It's automatically going to switch to the right track here, which simplifies things even more so. Arthur the conductor, I like this. Man, it's not easy to drive one of these old school trains with only little small few windows to see out of here. when we get to Rig Station, we have to brake, so I just want to make sure I'm ready for that. We'll ring the bell because we're entering town, or the station rather. Probably could have come in a little bit quicker. Oh, where are we going now? Oh, this is only Flatneck Station. We are not stopping at Flatneck Station. We're going right to Rig Station. Are we sure we're not stopping here? Okay. All right. Oh no, the horse! Oh my god, I almost had horse meat to bring back too. Get out of the way! I thought maybe using the whistle or the bell might help distract the animals, but apparently not. Oh boy, this horse is gonna be lunch meat.
Why have we stopped?
It's best you go on alone from here.
Mr. Arthur, I didn't know you could drive a train.
Neither did I. But if I'm honest, it was kind of fun. And I didn't kill any of us. Well, I killed some of your relatives, but they would have killed all of us.
You are a gentleman, sir.
Oh, no, I ain't.
Yes, you are. Here, I ain't got much money, but these sapphires are worth a lot of money. Old family heirloom.
That Braithwaite treasure. Thank you. Now, let's get you off to Boston before any more of your relatives show up.
That might be wise.
Hey, you there? Yeah? This couple is heading up north to the Boston line. They got money, they'll pay you on arrival. That work for you?
Yeah, sounds fine. Get on in.
Hey, you carry protection on a journey like this?
I wouldn't be much of a stage driver if I didn't. Goes everywhere I do. Hey!
Miss Braithwaite is gonna hold on to this until arrival. On account of the treasure on your person.
I don't know how to thank you.
You're a fine man, sir.
Just get out of here. I'll leave. Yeah!
Okay, so that was actually a really fun side mission. I actually got a real kick out of giving that a go. So I'm happy with that. Train tickets are for sale. I think I'm best to just use the train station right here. I know I said there was one side thing we could do in Strawberry, but like I said, I'm kicking all of that side stuff to the curb right now. I think the best thing to do right now is we'll check and see what time of day it is. It's 10:15 a.m. So we could take the train down to Saint Denis and just do that quick Henry Lemieux mission, the next part of that side mission. That way we're kind of done all of the stuff here in the south, and then when we start next time, we still have one more thing that we need to do at camp, so we can go back there, eat, sleep again, and then do the Leppold-Strauss mission, and then finally head into Annesburg and start getting some of this other stuff done. And again, we'll just kick all that other side stuff to the side. The only reason that I'm doing this Henry Lemieux side thing right now before heading back up to camp is because it's way down here. I don't know the next time I'm going to be in Saint Denis. I can buy a train ticket to Saint Denis right from here, so 'tis what we're going to do. Originally, I was thinking, well, maybe we could go back up and do the Leppold-Strauss mission, but it makes more sense to finish this last side thing down here. Then when we start next time, we're already back up north in camp. We can eat and sleep right there, do that Leppold-Strauss mission, and then just continue with the story straight from there without having to come back down here again at another time. You know what I mean? Just makes a little bit more sense to me.
Welcome.
So. And the Henry Lemieux mission might be a little bit quicker.
Oh dear. Have you come down with the flu as well, sir?
Flu? No. What are you talking about?
Nothing. It's just been going around, that's all. Anyway, how can I help you? Liberty is worth every penny.
I don't owe a bounty, but I sure would like to buy a train ticket. Supposedly train tickets are for sale, but... So I could probably take this train myself to Saint-Denis, if that's where I really need to go. So why don't we just do that? There's people still aboard the train, but I don't think they're gonna mind returning to Saint-Denis. Okay, so it's actually not letting me drive the train. That's probably why it's not letting me buy train tickets right now either. So we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way and head back out via horse. Still gonna head down to Saint-Denis. Gonna take a little while to get down there.
Easy now.
We're going back into wanted dead or alive territory. It was nice to touch base with Penelope and that again. We lose the animal carcass, but I really shouldn't have taken it with me anyways because it was too long by the time we now do this Henry Lemieux mission, the mayor of Saint-Denis. We've been meeting him at his place multiple times after dark, so we're just... Remember, we convinced that other guy to fund the public library.
How about we skip the small talk, eh?
Go away. Pretty sure he was about to try and rob my horse. Either that or he was just gonna hop on the back and request a ride, but I am not obligated to take anybody anywhere. What does this look like to you, Uber? This is not Uber. Wow. It's been a long time since I've been through this part of the landscape. A long, long time, but boy, oh boy, do I miss it. Look how beautiful it is.
Morning, mister.
I was hoping to get all the camp stuff done so that we could just focus on Annesburg next, but we only have the one Leppold-Strauss thing, and now we can take the pelt and the meat that we hunted back to camp and sleep and eat and do all that good stuff before we head out once again. So it's an ever-changing strategy as per usual.
Yeah.
In my head, I was linking Red Dead Redemption 2 and the HBO's Westworld, because it's about people paying to come to a theme park to basically live a fantasy cowboy life, and, you know, paying to play Red Dead Redemption 2 and live a fantasy cowboy life. So it was weird. I was drawing these similarities between the two, and like, whoa. What? You got a problem, mister? Take it up with Dutch Vanderlyn. I'll give you his P.O. box. There's a thing in this time, right? Now watch this Henry Lemieux mission be like a half an hour long mission where we have to traverse the entire map. It always seems to happen the way I'm like, okay, this mission looks like a perfect one to end on. It's just a little quickie to end, but it's another thing out the window. Never happens that way. That always ends up being the longest mission, or it leads straight directly into another mission. So you're kind of forced to continue playing because you can't just save and quit. Haven't really had to travel long distances like this in quite some time. We've had the luxury of being whisked around via fast travel or by affording train tickets or stagecoach tickets. Not so lucky this time, but if I do head back up to Annesburg, I should maybe go to Saint-Denis and buy a train ticket to go up to Van Horn or Annesburg and go from there. It's 12:34, so I'll probably have to wait a little bit before that Henry Lemieux Mayor's mission becomes available. It's interesting, the time mechanic, once again, only certain things happening at certain times, and it doesn't affect characters quite as much as other time manipulated heavy games like Majora's Mask, but the mission structure, a lot of the missions in these games depend on the time of day, weather conditions. That's why you'll see sometimes when you go to a main story mission, you might go there during the day, and next thing you know, it's nighttime and raining outside because that mission is supposed to take place under those particular conditions.
There's the son of a bitch! Shoot to kill!
Really?
You up against real men now!
Shit!
God damn it, I knew that was gonna happen. I didn't pull out my miracle cure in time. I knew that was gonna end up happening. Now I'm gonna lose money and I'm gonna lose potentially my hide and stuff, and I think I just used a miracle tonic anyways. I'm now at my minimum weight, so yeah, we're gonna lose the pelt. It was a poor pelt. Okay, yeah, it looks like I kept the mature venison meat, which is good because I can still donate that back at camp. That's what I was hoping. The pelt was a poor pelt, so it's not that big of a loss. Welcome back to Lemoyne, I guess. Did it make me use that miracle tonic? It looks like it did. God damn it. And where did it start me? Okay, that's actually not too bad. I'm just west of Saint Denis currently. It sent me back in time a little bit though. I might have to go and sleep somewhere, maybe at one of the saloons to help pass the time until I can go to Henry Lemieux. That just means when I head back up to camp, I'm not required to sleep when I go there because I've already done it. That's okay with me. Just means that the only thing that I have to do is eat. I also need to be really careful upon arrival here in Saint Denis because of the current wanted dead or alive. There it is. We got a bit of the bayou to ride through here before we hit Saint Denis. I'd like the time, please. The time. 12:32. Oh wow, time is flying. We're gonna have to wait until like at least 7 o'clock. This is why I'm saying we just gotta sleep here until the evening. It's good because in each playthrough you try and aim to eat and sleep at least once. I've eaten and now I've slept, and now I know when I head back up to camp next time I'll have the ability to do both of those things. So the last thing we need to do is run Arthur down when he's already run down into the ground with this new diagnosis. So you can kind of see the direction that this end game is headed in. Can't say I'm a big fan if that's the way it's gonna go down. Especially if it's gonna be all depressing and crap with Arthur freaking... I'm not even gonna say it. That is not an option and cannot happen. It's a tailor. I haven't been there in a long time. I could probably use a new outfit, but I'm not too worried about that. Can we not use the saloon because we're wanted dead or alive? Is that why that is?
Go.
Good day.
So far, so good. I'm passing right by the tailor. I might as well stop by.
Well, old Mrs.
Careful.
Timms.
Oh, I know.
Way to not be suspicious. Just go running full speed at strangers.
I want to vote. I insist that I deserve the right to vote.
There's some side conversation about women being allowed to vote once again.
Hello.
Hello, come on in.
Now, let me have a look.
Obviously, I wouldn't have bought all of the outfits from last time, so... I own this one.
What do you think?
I also own this one. I do not own this. I also do not own this. If I was gonna buy an outfit, I'd probably buy this one. Although I'm not a huge fan of the hat. It is pretty nice, though. There's multiple variations, supposedly. No, there's not. Improve your honor to unlock this item. Oh. It's not even unlocked?
If you have any questions, you just let me know.
Alright,
That
let's...
says a lot
Guess we'll
about
have to
you.
build our own then.
Make sure it says the right thing.
I take pride in my selection here. Everything here is of exceptional quality.
I really liked the estate boss hat. The big city hat was pretty nice as well as the flat cap. That's kind of like your standard flat cap. That's kind of nice. That one or the estate. I've always had some hats like that, but I really do like that one. I think I like it a little bit more than the flat one, so I think I'm gonna get that one. And they actually have different...
Let me know what I can do to help you leave here feeling good and looking great. You might just be the best looking man in town wearing that. Excluding yours truly, of course.
I'm also gonna buy the flat cap.
Every hat style you could want, all of a quality that commands respect.
Didn't really look at the options for colors, but I liked that one anyways. And what was the other one? The estate boss hat. That's right. Oh, I own that one already, so that's good for now. Now.
Please, peruse at your leisure. I carry only the finest items.
Classic frock coat, scout jacket.
I really think it's perfect for you.
So I own this shotgun jacket. Maybe we could do something like this.
I feel almost human.
You can see there's additional colors for things that I already own that I can buy. Right now I'm wearing this black one, which personally is fine for me.
Colors you can go with
or should we maybe go with like something a little bit different for a change?
Are you feeling good? Because
that's not quite as drastic of a color. Not gonna get a vest. A vest. I don't really like vests. Jeans. No, we're not wearing jeans.
People say us tailors all sound the same, but I find that rather offensive.
Saddle work pants, so they're work pants. Fancy pants, what do the fancy pants look like? Okay, so they're really kind of high quality. I don't want that, so I'd be probably more of the everyday pants kind of guy.
People around here come in just for those.
Sleeked riding boots, quick draw boots. Wow, look how many different styles of boots there are. Christ.
What color speaks to you?
I really liked these ones because of the design, and then if we go, we can keep like the black color. That's cool.
Establishment, but they all end up looking better when they walk out.
You know it. I haven't really spent money like this at a tailor, so I think it's kind of a cool experience. So I'm down for it. And we bought that other hat, so the next time we go through and make an outfit, we can switch to that flat hat. That's why I wanted to get it, so I wouldn't have to come back here to get it. Kind of mix and match. These are rifleman's gloves. At least then I have my fingers I can feel.
Those will last you a lifetime.
Wow, you got some crazy stuff here, pal.
Are you looking for something to go with what you just bought?
Thanks, wow. I feel awfully fancy after that.
Come on, people. Let me vote. It's a national disgrace.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Change my colors up a little bit.
Harold lost his business in a poker game to a priest.
I don't want to spend too much time just standing around the main square here. It's 4:25, so
Hi there,
hopefully
mister.
darkness will be on its way so we can do that Henry Lemieux mission. So I got Henry Lemieux, head back up to camp, eat, sleep, and then Leopold Strauss. And then we're going to head here. And then if there's not a lot after that, then like I said, we can focus on some of these other stranger missions, or we might do them before we tackle the main story here in Annesburg. That's the plan. I was going to do the Henry Lemieux mission here, but I think that we've done enough for this one, so I'm going to save and quit and call it an episode. See what our total amount of completion for this hour and a bit was. Literally nothing. Alright, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as I know you do on every video. Onwards and forwards, and I will see you on the other side.